The CX-50 Select could be my favorite CX-50. I can feel it wanting to go.
More garbage.
So I'm driving the CX-50 Select, and of course this is your standard naturally aspirated 2.5 liter, and it also is a 17-inch wheel. So I'm really curious to see how it compares on the road to the higher trims, but specifically the vehicles with the 20-inch wheels. And I'm gonna get this up on the highway. You can really hear the engine. I'm sure you can hear that. But I'm gonna get this out on the highway in just a minute and go up and down a hill and see how the shifting compares to my last test drive review on a CX-50. So far, it's very comfortable, and you know, I really kind of dig these this cloth seat. Very durable, feels very supportive, and of course the thin material on the sides and the dash looks really good. I'm curious how well it will hold up over time. Of course, you're not going to be bumping it or rubbing it as much because of where it's located, but there is some of that on the inside of the seat as well. So I'm curious as to how that holds up. Here's a nice little turn here. And I can tell already that it doesn't feel as grabby or as firm as the 20-inch wheels, and a lot of that has to do with the extra rubber. The width, of course, is the same as far as the vehicle. I'll have to double check on the width of the wheels. I think they're maybe a little bit more narrow, but it feels good so far. And for $31,000, this is a very good value. There's a CX-30 in front of me. Little brother, big brother. Haven't quite made it to the hill, but I could already tell that I'm gonna have that weird shifting feel in this 2.5 liter as well, which is not a bad thing. I'm really enjoying this ride in the Select, especially with the 17-inch wheels. It just feels like the programming's off a little bit and wanting to jump into overdrive before a CX-5 would. Okay, so I'm getting out on the highway now. Gonna really see what we've got. This is a normal mode. Got to about 5,300 RPM before it decided to shift. I do hear a little wind noise over top. I don't know if that's because of the, well, that's going to help or not. I don't know if that's because of the roof rail right up here, or just because of my position to this door edge. I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the hill and turn around, and then I can test it coming back up to see how the shifting is. I'm gonna change it to sport mode when I get going here, so we can see if that changes the overdrive shifting that I was talking about. There's a lot of traffic coming right now. Friday afternoon traffic. Get away from this gravel real quick. All right, I can feel it wanting to go. All right, so still went to about 5,000 RPM before it shifted the first time. And this is kind of a gradual hill, so I didn't feel that kind of premature overdrive shift. Of course, I am in sport mode, so it's going to run those gear changes a little bit differently. I'm going to go ahead and flip back to normal and see what happens on the next little rise here. I'm going 60 miles an hour right now. Again, a very good feel on the road. We're gonna be going downhill on this road that we were on earlier, so I probably won't experience any awkward shifting, but just enjoy it and have a lot of fun. Definitely seems to be on this road grade a little bit louder than the CX-5, of course, but I don't mind it on the CX-50 because it is kind of a more rugged, stiff vehicle, so you kind of expect to hear a little bit more of that. All right, we're going uphill again. Let's see how this works out. You know, I don't really notice that overdrive feeling when you're giving it a lot of gas to get going. It's kind of the weird exchange or in between when you don't expect it, but that shifted perfectly. I definitely think the Select is a perfect setup. So the price is right where you'd like it, the ride is amazing, and you still have similar ground clearance. You know, it's like 0.1 inches difference. Also the same technology as far as wireless CarPlay, off-road mode, sport mode, you know, the same enjoyment as all of the higher trim, higher package CX-50s. And of course, all the versatility. So roof rails, extra cargo room, USBs, dual climate control, all the great things. I've made it back on the boulevard, headed towards Mitchell Mazda. If you have any questions or comments on this CX-50 or any of them, you can always drop them down below or text me at 334-718-0504. The CX-50 Select could be my favorite CX-50. I'll be enjoying this as long as we can keep it. I think we've got a couple of customers coming to look at it tomorrow, but I will definitely be on the boulevard keeping you updated with all the latest Mazda news, and I'll see you on the next one.